The rain lashed against the windows of the Blue Moon Café, drumming out a rhythm that felt almost desperate. Sophia Chen sat alone in a corner booth, her Hermes bag taking up the empty seat across from her, as if it were a companion she didn't quite need but couldn't discard. A single vanilla cupcake sat before her, its candle flickering with each gust of wind sneaking through the old heating vents. "Happy birthday to me," she whispered, the words barely audible over the soft jazz humming from the aged speakers. At 7:43 p.m., the cafe was nearly empty. Only an elderly man scrolled through his newspaper, and a teenage barista kept glancing at her phone. Sophia's reflection stared back at her from the rain-streaked glass, a woman who had everything and yet felt hollow. CEO of Chen Technologies at 27, featured on Forbes' 30 Under 30, owner of a Manhattan penthouse, a garage full of cars she rarely drove. And yet here she sat, her Armani blazer pristine over a heart that felt wrinkled. Her phone buzzed, another email about the Tokyo merger. She pushed it face down and watched the wax drip over the frosting, wondering when success had started to feel so suffocating. The cafe door burst open, bringing with it a rush of cold wind and rain-soaked air. Napkins flew, and Sophia's candle flickered violently. A man stumbled in, clutching a small girl wrapped in what looked like his own flannel shirt. "I'm sorry, we're about to close," the barista said without even looking up from her phone. "Please," the man said, voice cracking. "Just until the rain stops, my daughter." Sophia's eyes took in the pair. He appeared to be in his mid-30s, calloused hands betraying honest labor, eyes heavy with exhaustion. The girl, no more than 7, rested against his chest, pale and fragile. Without thinking, Sophia found herself gesturing toward her table. "You can sit here." The words felt foreign but right. His eyes softened at the offer. "Thank you, miss. I'm Marcus. This is Emma." He lowered her into the booth, careful as if handling a priceless object. Emma blinked at Sophia, her sea glass eyes wide and serious. "Is it your birthday?" she whispered. Sophia nodded, throat tight. "You're not supposed to be alone on your birthday," Emma continued, her small voice firm. "The birthday rule says you need at least one friend to make a wish with." "It's no bother," Sophia said, surprising herself. "When was the last time anyone called me that instead of Ms. Chen or ma'am?" Emma's gaze was unflinching. "What happens if you break the birthday rule?" "Your wish gets lost," Emma replied solemnly. "It floats away like a balloon without a string, and it can't come back to come true." Sophia felt a pang of regret. How many wishes had she let float away, buried under spreadsheets and board meetings? "Would you help me make sure my wish doesn't get lost?" she asked quietly. Emma's face lit up. "We need to sing," she insisted. "Daddy, we have to sing for Sophia." Marcus hesitated, embarrassed, then nodded to Sophia. The trio sang the best-worst version of Happy Birthday, their voices untrained but filled with sincerity. Sophia closed her eyes, letting herself be carried away by the moment. She made a wish that felt true. "I wish I knew what actually matters." She blew out the candle, the smoke curling upward, and Emma clapped softly, though it turned into a small cough that shook her fragile frame. "Emma, are you okay?" Sophia asked, alarmed. Marcus held her tight, whispering soothing words. "She will be," he said, eyes shadowed with worry. "Emma has a heart condition." "The pharmacy on 5th Avenue?" she asked. "Closed." Marcus's shoulders slumped. "The one on 3rd?" "Also closed." Sophia saw the despair as he weighed his options. The limited cash in his pocket, the impossibility of timing. Then she made a decision. "There's a 24-hour pharmacy about 12 blocks north," she said. Marcus protested. "You don't even know us." Sophia's voice softened. "I don't. But Emma made sure my birthday wish didn't float away. Let me return the favor." Emma tugged at her father's sleeve. "Daddy, the birthday rule also says if someone offers help on your birthday, you have to accept it, or their kindness goes to waste." Marcus surrendered with a quiet nod. They drove through the rain-soaked streets, Sophia's Mercedes gliding like a sanctuary through the storm. Emma, wrapped in a cashmere throw, studied every detail of the car, her small fingers tracing the wood trim. "Is this your house?" she asked. Sophia smiled. Not quite. Emma's curiosity was endless. She told Sophia about her mother, lost when she was 4 to the same heart disease that now haunted Emma. "Daddy says my surgery costs more than all the stars in the sky. 500,000 stars. Sophia's chest tightened. She had spent more than that on trivial campaigns without a second thought. At the pharmacy, Marcus argued quietly with the pharmacist over costs and insurance. Sophia stepped in, offering her card, insisting the medication be paid in full, with a 3-month supply added. Marcus tried to resist, but she wouldn't hear it. Emma made sure my birthday wish didn't float away, she said simply. Let me do the same for her. Back in the car, Emma curled against the seat, exhausted. She held out a napkin with a drawing. 3 stick figures under a rainbow. A message scrawled below. Happy birthday to the nice lady with sad eyes. Now we're friends. Sophia's heart warmed like nothing she had ever earned in business. Marcus shared his story of designing a children's hospital. Heart-shaped windows, rooftop gardens, spaces for families, a place of hope and healing. Sophia listened, captivated by genuine passion and selfless ambition. Dreams, she realized, were more important than achievements. By the time they reached Sophia's penthouse, Emma's eyes widened at the view. We're in the clouds, she whispered, holding her father's hand. Sophia felt a shift in her chest, an emptiness filled not with material success, but with connection and purpose. They settled inside, Emma taking her medication, warmed by the minimalist apartment and Sophia's care. Marcus explained his studies in architecture, his dream of building hospitals for children. Sophia realized wealth was nothing if it couldn't be used to change lives. That night, as the city sparkled below, Sophia sat back and finally understood what mattered. Not power, not fame, not numbers, but human kindness, small acts of courage, and wishes kept alive by the hearts of those willing to care. And as Emma dozed in the corner, Sophia knew this birthday would be remembered not for the cupcakes or the champagne, but for the gift of seeing clearly again.